What you see here is a Fasco State Fair. 5 blades, 46 inches, polished brass finish. This is an early State Fair from 1985, meaning it is fully Gen 2. It has the second generation blade badges, pecan blades, and the Gen 2 style bell canopy. However, that is not the canopy that originally came with this fan. The one it originally came with is right here. And as you can see, the brass is so faded, it looks more like nickel than brass, so I did swap out the canopy for a different one where the brass is slightly more rich. Fan has a 4-arm light on it. This did come with it when I bought it. However, it did have different glass. It had beveled shades, and instead I decided to put on the low-profile kitchen glass shades. I think they look pretty nice on here. On the whole, it's a pretty nice fan. I do like the look of these 5-blade Fascos with the Gen 2 characteristics. It's pretty neat and not very common. One other thing about this fan I did have to replace before putting it up was the flywheel. Generally, I have pretty good luck with 5 and 6 blade Fasco flywheels. However, this one needed to be replaced. In fact, pretty much all that was left of the flywheel is right here. A brittle piece of plastic broken in two. This is what remains of the outer core where the blades would mount. Nothing but plastic. The rubber was entirely dry rotted and had disintegrated into thick black dust. So, when I took the blades off and tilted the motor onto its side to place it into my car seat, a bunch of thick black dust spilled out and made a mess all over my car seat, and I had to vacuum it out. So that was nice. So, has a new flywheel in it. It is another rubber one that isn't in perfect condition, but for the time being it'll do. There's the lights. And now we'll start the fan up on low. The State Fair, measuring 46 inches in diameter, as I stated at the beginning of the video, is Fasco's medium-sized model. Not many fans were offered in 46-inch size. Some would come in 48-inch or 50-inch, but 46 is a bit of an uncommon number. Fasco also had the Great Room, their largest model, at 56 inches, and the Vanity Fair at 30 inches being their smallest. And then the State Fair at 46 was pretty much in the middle. Other sizes included 38 inches for models such as the small parlor fan and the small Old South, 42 inches for the Charleston later on, and of course the quintessential 52-inch size, which was offered on many different models. 46 inches was the only size for the State Fair, Essentially, it uses the same motor housing as a 38-inch parlor fan, but has a 5-blade configuration and the blades are slightly longer. Now we'll go up to medium. So overall, the state fairs are pretty neat. I like them a lot. It's a good fan size that's not too overwhelmingly large, but not too small either. The bearings in this fan are a little noisy. They'll have to be replaced eventually. Now we'll go to high. And as is the case with many other Fascos of this era, this thing is speedy. It was really only in the first generation with the parlor fan and the Centennial that Fasco relied on pitch for air movement. But with the State Fair, the Decorator, the Great Room even, those models all definitely relied more on speed. And yeah, airflow from this fan is very good, putting off a very strong breeze. The highest piece of praise one can likely give a Fasco fan is their motor. Fasco did not mess around with their motors. They may have with their flywheels, with their resistor-based speeds, with their weird mounting systems, with their brass that easily turned to nickel, but their motors are no slouch. They are very good. Very beautiful fan overall. Seeing 5-blade Fascos with the Gen 2 characteristics is not very common, so it's always a treat to see one like this. Turn it off and let it slow down. Won't show the entire spin down, but I'll give you a small taste here. And there you have it. A polished brass Fasco State Fair ceiling fan. Hope you enjoyed.